Welcome to IT Unwrapped, where we provide practical solutions using our existing IT tools. I'm Justin Nel, and today we will be discussing how to lock down your endpoints using Endpoint Central. Starting off today, we'll be starting with the configurations module. From the home page, we're going to navigate to configurations and templates. Once we get to our templates, you can see that there are 74 out-of-the-box solutions that we can already make use of. These configurations range from changing the local admin password through to deleting the local admin, and any of these configurations can be pushed out to any of our endpoints at any time. Should this not match our needs, we can always create a new configuration by navigating to configuration, selecting Windows, and for example, we are going to use a security policy that we'll push to a user. As always, we'll need to give a naming convention for the configuration that we're going to be pushing out. And once we've given a naming convention, we can always come and select what features and functionality we're going to enable and disable. We can do this from desktop to Internet Explorer to network settings, system settings, control panel settings, etc. And then we define the target that we're going to deploy this to. This can be based off of our entire domain and can push these security configurations to all end users in our environment. Once we've selected the users that we would like to push this out to, all we need to do is select the deploy option, and this will then start a deployment process accordingly. Moving over to our next module, which will be the threats and patches. From the threats and patches module, we can select threats, system misconfigurations, and this will pull through all of our misconfigurations based off of CIS L1 and L2. We can then select which policies we would like to push out to the devices and create security mitigations from the centralized UI. We can move over to our high-risk software, which will pick up all of our end-of-life softwares in our environment, showing you all your softwares that are currently expired and softwares that are soon to expire. Moving over to our next module, which will be Endpoint DLP. From the Endpoint DLP module, we can then navigate to our data classification, where we can create our own classifications of data rules. There's a host full of out-of-the-box solutions that we can select. However, should you wish to create your own custom rules, we can do that by creating either a new regex pattern, a new keyword matching, document matching, or file extensions. Once we've created our data classifications, we can then navigate to our policy deployment, associate a policy. We can then select our computer group that we're going to deploy this to, select our data classes that we created earlier, and move over to where we are going to allow these data classifications to take place. This can be from file access to screen capture, through to our email client, and we have the option to allow an audit only, tracking all the information in the environment, or allowing it within trusted applications so that we can still share and use company information as needed. Once we've configured all the DLP settings, we can scroll all the way down to the bottom and deploy this immediately to push it out to our computer groups. Moving over to our last module, which is going to be application control. We can then create an allow list and block list to allow software that can be used in the environment. An allow list will allow you to use specific softwares, and a block list will block all applications that are selected. To create a new block list, we can select the option, move over to Windows, and select the softwares that we would like to apply this to. Again, we will need to give a naming convention. Once we've added all the softwares that we would like, we can then create the policy and deploy that to all of our devices. And that is how you secure your endpoints using our unified UI of Endpoint Central. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment of what you'd like to see next. Until next time, this is IT Unwrapped.